Welcome to On the Mic with Dr. H, the Global Mentor Coach, and you're listening to Business Basics. This podcast is dedicated to helping you grow your business. It's been an eventful year, so when Apple announced recently that they were allowing the controversial app Parler back on its platform, the internet was abuzz. In today's episode, I discuss why it's important to review your company's stance on social issues and what it means to your customers. Back in January, several platforms banned Parler, citing its contribution to the Capitol riot that is still under investigation by the FBI. Media outlets hail Parler as a right-wing social media app, since members of far-right groups like the Proud Boys and the Oath Keepers used Parler to call for violence on January 6th and organize plans to infiltrate the Capitol. 5 people died during or shortly after the riot, and since then, federal authorities have arrested more than 400 in connection with the events. When Apple decided to ban the app, they stated it was because Parler's app did not do enough to stop the, quote, proliferation of dangerous and objectionable content, end quote, and, another quote, has not upheld its commitment to moderate and remove harmful or dangerous content encouraging violence and illegal activity. Recent reports state that Parler has worked with Apple to put in place systems that will better detect unlawful speech and allow users to filter content undesirable to them while maintaining their strict prohibition against content moderation based on viewpoint, quote. This all comes off the heels of Republican lawmakers who questioned Apple about the removal of Parler from its platform. A CBS article says Apple sent a letter to Congressman Ken Buck of Colorado and Senator Mike Lee of Utah on Monday morning, informing them that it engaged in substantial conversations with Parler since removing the platform from the App Store for violating compliance guidelines. Now, originally, Apple stated this about Parler. Quote, Apple had said that a review of posts on Parler found content that encouraged violence, denigrated various ethnic groups, races, and religions, glorified Nazism, and called for violence against specific people, end quote. Parler and GOP senators assert that the ban violates free speech. An ABC article states the First Amendment does not apply to private companies such as Parler. It prohibits the government from making laws that impede free speech. But this has not stopped people from claiming that social media companies violate their free speech rights by moderating content, or from free speech apps such as Parler from popping up to fill a perceived void of censorship-free discussion sites. Knowing how the law works is a plus to your business. Parler asked a federal judge in Seattle to force Amazon to reinstate it on the web. That effort failed, and the companies are still fighting in court. Let's not get into the politics of what's happening. However, it is important to note that there are consequences for involving politics in your business. There's a reason why people say politics and business make strange bedfellows. I recall always hearing to never discuss politics in the workplace. Things become messy, to say the least. Learning from Papa John's and My Pillow, sales can plummet to astronomical lows. Can your business afford the potential loss of business? Can you afford the potential legal woes? Not to mention, can your business withstand the social media backlash? Why do I ask the latter question? Word of mouth remains the best marketing tool, and social media spreads like wildfire. Today, it is the quintessential word of mouth tool. When the news hit, Twitter was abuzz with people's perspectives ranging from support to cynicism. While it is not likely that Apple users will abandon the platform because Apple users are super loyal, they will not hesitate to express their outrage. If you are a small business, you've got to consider how such decisions affect your business. How will it impact growth, sales, customer loyalty? In a time where businesses are struggling from a global pandemic, how do you toe the line? In my episode, When PR Goes Wrong, I talk about Ben & Jerry's because they have a strong social change initiative at its core. If you want a blueprint on what it means to stand on social issues and truly mean it, look to them. They don't bow to political pressure. Perhaps it could be the industry they're in. Currently, the tech industry is under a lot of scrutiny on Capitol Hill. As we can see in the case of Apple, their decision obviously had a lot to do with pressure from GOP senators. Let's all watch this situation closely to see what happens and how Apple handles it. You've been on the mic with Dr. H, the Global Mentor Coach. Thanks so much for listening to Business Basics. Go ahead and like and share this podcast and spread the word about Business Basics. I sincerely appreciate your support and your listening ear. If there are topics you'd like me to cover, or if you need a business coach, email me at info@globalmentorcoach.com. Again, thanks for tuning in with me, Dr. H, the Global Mentor Coach. Remember to spread lots of love and light. Until next time.